Welcome back to Live Alive. This is a YouTube channel for news, stories, and analysis surrounding Liverpool Football Club. I will update new video every day. Like, subscribe and turn on notifications to support me. Liverpool January move for £15 million Bundesliga star. Liverpool are considering a move for Bayer Leverkusen defender Odilon Kosunu in the January transfer window as Jurgen Klopp set sights on strengthening his defensive options. According to The Sun, the newspaper claims that Kosunu would jump at the chance of moving to Anfield after his transfer to West Ham fell through in the summer window. Klopp was keen on bringing in a new centre-back due to the persistent injury concerns regarding Ibrahima Konate, Joe Gomez, and Joel Matip, while academy graduates Nathaniel Phillips and Reece Williams have both left the club on loan. Young defender Jarell Quansah has been promoted to the Reds' first team and was involved in the club's pre-season game, featuring against the likes of Leicester City, Bayern Munich, and Darmstadt 98. The 20-year-old made his debut for Liverpool in the 2-1 comeback win at Newcastle United and was involved again as the Merseysiders thrashed Aston Villa 3-0 at Anfield on Sunday. Quansah is expected to get more playing time this season, following their participation in the UEFA Europa League. Despite a promising start to his Liverpool's career, Klopp wants to sign another established centre-back to provide competition to the rest of the defenders, including skipper Virgil van Dijk, who was serving his one-match ban against Villa after he was shown a straight red card against Eddie Howe's side. Several defenders have been linked with a move to Liverpool, and Kosunu has emerged as a potential transfer target. He is regarded as one of the best young defenders in the Bundesliga, following his outstanding performance for Leverkusen. The Ivory Coast international featured in 35 games and registered 1 assist across all competitions last season as they reached the semi-final of the UEFA Europa League only to lose to AS Roma. This season, he has played in all of Leverkusen's 4 games this season as they currently sit top of the Bundesliga table with 9 points. Xabi Alonso's side have only conceded 3 goals in 3 league games so far. Kosunu is valued at £15 million by Transfermarkt, but he has 3 years left on his contract, so Liverpool may have to pay more to get a deal agreed if they formalise their interest in January. Liverpool urged to sign Arsenal star Bukayo Saka. Former attacker turned pundit Paul Merson has suggested that Liverpool should make a move to sign Arsenal ace Bukayo Saka if they are forced to sell Mohamed Salah over the coming weeks. The Egyptian has heavily been linked with a move away from Anfield club in recent times, and Saudi Arabian side Al Ittihad are reportedly keen on acquiring the 31-year-old service. It has been suggested that Nuno Espirito Santo's side have already submitted an opening proposal of around £150 million to sign Salah, but Liverpool have rejected the proposal as they are desperate to keep hold of their star man. It has recently been reported that despite the Merseyside club's stance, Al Ittihad haven't given up on their hopes of signing Salah and are ready to make an improved proposal worth around £200 million to persuade Jurgen Klopp's side to cash in. Now, speaking on Sky Sports, Merson has suggested that if Liverpool accept the £200 million offer to sell Salah after receiving the proposal, then as a replacement for the African, the Reds should look to sign Saka from Arsenal for around £150 million in January. Merson said, Liverpool, sell Salah for £200 million, and then in January, see if they can get Saka from Arsenal for £150 million. Although the Premier League transfer window has already been slammed shut, the Saudi Arabian window is still open for a few more days, so they can sign players at the moment. Therefore, Liverpool remain at risk of losing Salah. But Klopp has insisted that the 31-year-old is not for sale and the player is happy to stay at the club. However, if things change over the coming days, then Saka would be a great replacement for Salah if Liverpool manage to secure the Englishman's signature in January. But Saka has now established himself as a talismanic figure for Arsenal, so the North London club are highly unlikely to allow the departure of their star man, having managed to tie him down into a long-term contract recently. Jurgen Klopp set for mini pre-season with Ryan Gravenberch. When Liverpool signed Ryan Gravenberch from Bayern Munich, Jurgen Klopp said he would need to wait to get out onto the training pitch with his new midfield signing. Once the Dutchman's move to Liverpool was made official, Klopp said, "Unfortunately, we have now an international break and cannot work directly together. He is, I think, with the U21s for Holland. The Premier League is now on a 2-week hiatus to accommodate the Euro 2024 qualifiers, for which many Liverpool players will travel. Now, however, this is Anfield reports that the 22-year-old will remain at the club's AXA training centre to focus on hitting the ground running at Anfield. Gravenberch will not join the Netherlands U21 squad to face Moldova and North Macedonia, and will instead spend the break with the Liverpool players not selected to represent their nations. Despite being named in Michael Riesic's squad, he told the coach that he wants to focus on integrating himself in the Liverpool squad. 2 weeks may not be the ideal time frame to bed the former Bayern Munich star into the squad, especially with so many players not on Merseyside, yet 2 weeks with Klopp will be enough to get him up to speed on the core basics of the role the German will be asking him to occupy in Liverpool's midfield. At Bayern, there was no room for him with Thomas Tuchel's 4-2-3-1 system, which features Joshua Kimmich and Leon Goretzka in a double pivot. Before his move to Anfield, the Bayern Munich boss discussed the main problem for the former Ajax midfielder. Tuchel said, "He's a box-to-box midfielder for me, an attacking player. The main problem for him is that we don't really play with a number 8 in our 4-2-3-1 system. And we're spoiled for choice up front, with really experienced players. Ryan is a very nice, hard-working, committed player. He wasn't happy with his situation. He sees the chance in Liverpool to fight for a place at 8 in a 4-3-3. He's wanted to go for a while. An offer came in and we discussed it. It's not done yet, but the outcome is clear." Liverpool braced for £200 million bid for Salah. Al Ittihad are preparing a world record transfer bid for Mohamed Salah, with Saudi chiefs flying into London to try and persuade Liverpool to sell the Egyptian superstar. They have already had an offer of £150 million rejected by the Reds, with manager Jurgen Klopp repeatedly insisting the player will be staying at Anfield. After Liverpool's 3-0 win over Aston Villa on Sunday, Klopp was asked if the club's stance on selling Salah would remain the same no matter how much money they were offered, and he replied, "Yes, absolutely. I never had any doubt about his commitment to this club. You can't imagine how much fuss the world has made, but how calm we are with it. He is our player and wants to play here. He didn't tell me he wants to stay, but he didn't have to. He speaks with his training and performances and behavior. We had meetings this week, and the meetings were not about what we did in the past. It was about what we will do in the future." Mo was with the players, leadership, committee, and had his moments where he was talking, and it was nothing like, "By the way, this is only until next week," or whatever. He is completely here, and if Dom, Szoboszlai, said he's told players he wants to stay, fine. Mo doesn't have to come into my office and tell me, "By the way, boss, I'm not going." For me it wasn't a subject for 1 second. To be honest, besides the questions from the outside, however, the Daily Mail are now reporting that a Saudi Arabian delegation arrived in London on Saturday to make one last push to sign Salah before their transfer window closes. The report states that Al Ittihad are set to make a new offer in the region of £200 million, and they believe the forward is open to a move. And that's the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to support me.